And good afternoon, everyone. I am still around, and I'm back for another ride. It's May 22nd, and it's just before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's 82 degrees here in North Cape May. I'm starting this ride in front of Turdo Vineyards and Winery. As you can see, I've started rides here before, but frankly, with 140 videos that I've put up or more, I'm out of fresh ideas in terms of, where to ride or, what to show. So some of this will be repetitive. In fact, I struggled getting back out, not getting back out on the bike, but making another vlog of my ride, just because I know it's going to be somewhat repetitive, but I thought it's such a beautiful day. I was going to go for a ride anyway. I thought I would throw the camera on the helmet and record the ride in case anybody has any interest in it. So anyway, this will be a ride that anybody that has watched my videos will have seen. I'm going over to Cape May via Jonathan Hoffman Boulevard. And I thought I would just give a little update on a few things, just to sort of fill the air time, I guess. So I haven't recorded a video in almost a month. I think it was April 26th was the last time that I actually recorded a video on my motorcycle. And there's a lot of reasons for that, all of which are unimportant to anyone viewing this. But it's a combination of other hobbies that I picked up post-retirement that I've been spending some time on. Some family obligations coming up. Family meaning my grandkids, as well as my wife Nancy and I's our immediate family. So and also just sort of a certain hesitancy about continuing to make these videos, because as I said at the beginning, I really don't have any ideas to show things that I haven't shown before, so it will necessarily be redundant. But I thought what I could do is talk a little bit about what's going on down here at this time, if anyone has an interest in that. So first, with respect to COVID cases are, the last few days, the number of active cases have been coming down, but overall the trend has been up, just like it is nationally. But as I said on previous videos, I don't sense the kind of behavioral changes taking place with this sort of mini spike in COVID cases that I recall in the past. I think for the most part, people have pretty much had enough of COVID. People that want to be vaccinated are vaccinated. People that want to be boosted are boosted. People that don't feel there's a need for either of that are not going to be hunkering down in their home. They're out and about. So I don't know that you really see much signs of COVID in Cape May, the town of Cape May. In terms of the local economy, the season really kicks off next weekend with Memorial Day, but already you can see signs that it's going to be a good season for the local businesses. When I say a good season, I think they're hoping to match what they did in 2021. 2021 was a rebound year where they got back to about 96% of the activity that they had in 2019. 2019 was pre-COVID. 2020 was a bust. I mean, it was just a complete bust because of the pandemic. But in 2021, hotel bookings rebounded and were actually up a little bit over 2019 levels. There still was and remains ongoing challenges with respect to labor and local businesses being able to find people that want to work. But coming into 2022, I think they're pretty much projecting the year to be on par with last year, which was a good year, and up slightly over 2019. You might hear that and think, well, how can that be with things like soaring gas prices, record inflation, the threat of a recession, and I think all those things are factors that will ultimately play into what kind of a season Cape May has in 2022. But not all of them will have the same type of impact. And as a matter of fact, I've read things where they think that the high gas prices may actually work in Cape May's favor. Last year in 2021, there were 10.3 million visitors to Cape May County. And the advertising campaign that the Chamber of Commerce is going to use for 2022 is they're resurrecting something from 2009, where they're saying Cape May County is just a gas tank away, meaning that there are slightly over 30 million people that live within a 300-mile radius of Cape May, and most cars can get 300 miles on a tank of gas. So they think that playing into that, even though the gas prices are high, it's a vacation that is close to home for over 30 million people. Inflation for sure will be a negative, and I think the threat of a recession could be significant as well. Even though we're technically not in a recession as of this time, the threat of a recession is enough to scare people and maybe make some people put their vacation plans on hold. But again, because Cape May is within driving distance of over 30 million people, they feel that as people cancel flyaway vacations out of a fear for a recession, it makes spending some time down in Cape May at the Jersey Shore seem like an affordable alternative. So, all of that combined, I think the local take is that 2022 should prove to be a pretty decent year for local businesses. My wife and I were over in town last night for dinner, and we go out to dinner quite often, both here and in Pennsylvania, and we really see firsthand the impact of inflation on our budget, on dining out. beautiful day here. The weather has not been that great in the past, really the past couple of weeks. It was very rainy, and even earlier this week when it wasn't raining, for a few days it was very foggy. And it's not uncommon for there to be fog in the morning down here, but I'm talking about fog that hung around all day long. So this is the cove. It's a pretty decent crowd out there, considering it's still a week before Memorial Day. Last Sunday, there was a terrible accident down here. Not sure why I'm mentioning this, but on Lafayette Street, right in front of Elaine's, which I've driven past many times, and I'll drive past on this video, a car was coming south on Lafayette. It came down, I guess, the Garden State Parkway, crossed the Route 109 bridge into Cape May by the marina, which I've driven many times, and continued down Lafayette, driving erratically, whatever that means. That's what the reports were. And someone called the police, and the police came out, and they were actually observing this car driving erratically down Lafayette Street. And it struck and killed a 63-year-old woman out walking with her husband outside of Elaine's. And I think the woman and her husband were just down spending the day in Cape May. She was a resident of Marion in Pennsylvania, and came down to spend the day, and they were walking along the sidewalk there, and the car came up on the sidewalk, struck and killed her, and went into a telephone pole. But you can see from, as I always point out, you can judge the tourist volume by how many open parking spaces you see, and you don't see many. And you don't really see anybody wearing a mask. And my wife and I don't either, by the way, when we go out. And I'm not aware of any restaurants at this point that, or any establishment that requires a mask to be inside. you still see people wearing masks that are doing so voluntarily, especially in church. I notice about a fourth of the people in church are still wearing a mask, but it's not required as it was during the height of the pandemic. So you still see a lot of available parking spaces up at this end of town. I think what I'll do is pull over up here and end this video and turn the camera on and start another video of the ride back over to North Cape May. Okay, I think this is enough for this ride. This is the Cape May Harbor. Good as place as any to end this video and end this ride. And as I said, I'll turn the camera back on and record the ride back through town, back over to North Cape May. Take care and thanks for watching.